uh, but yes. Welcome back to Final Fantasy X. Where we left us was in the Cloister Trials in Zanarkand, which is intensely dark looking. Let's see if we can't sort that out a little bit. The brightness is already up. Gosh. This one I can't blame on Windows, I'm afraid. And here we are. Let's see. It would make a good ringtone. But then phone calls stress me out. So I probably wouldn't want the association. Oh no. It's either my car warranty or bad news, usually. You know? But yeah, here we are in Zanarkand, and we're fiddling around with the Cloister Trials here, which has a, you know, kind of a make the shapes on the floor deal to it. My Cloister's warranty is expired. Cripes. Alright, I've done this first part like 6 times. So, there we go. Alright, and this opens up the rest of the puzzle, which is basically to do the same thing but in the next room 6 damn times and way more complicated. Or at least with way more pieces to step on. Crazy Evan at 1877 cash now. If you need the final summoning now, contact JG Unileska. Oh right, I have to activate the thing. Here's to J.G. Wentworth, you know, a guy who came up with a scheme to take everybody's structured settlements, and what do you suppose his monthly payout is on the amalgamation of all his structured settlements that he's paid out? Like, that's crazy. Forgot how Deus Ex this room looks? What do you mean, like, Machina? Let's see, this was one... This was one. Pretty sure this is one. Alright, we just need to find the other green one, which I think was over here. Wait, where is it? I think it's this one. Oh, boo, start over me. Alright, well let me find the elusive one first. Or not. Oh, hold on, I was looking for the wrong one. Okay, so... yeah, this is it. There we go. I was looking for the horizontal one when I already got it, so... yeah, seconded, Mr. Carrots. This was just so time-consuming. And even worse, I don't think you can save after it when you go to the boss. I think, so that if you lose the boss fight, I think you have to do it again? Oh, well, I can't. There we go. Forgot a couple of them actually require the spheres from inside. Alright. So we gotta find like all of these. And this one. This one. Stuffed up. Let's see here. This one. We need to find the... Wait, where is it? Oh, it's right here. First try. I managed to actually get through this game as a kid without a guide. And then later I consulted the internet for like the post-game stuff. But yeah, I remember this trial being a bastard, but just mostly because it's so repetitive. Previous trials, though, like, I definitely didn't get all the destruction spheres my first time through. Alright, so, once again, these ones. Let's see. This. 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 And then the long boy. Where'd they put the long boy? I think it's all the way over here. Yeah. Oh, I missed one. Oh, the green shit. This guy. Alright, halfway there. You imagine Orin, Jecht, and Braska doing this? No, you idiot, it's over here. You can't do it, kid. I'm the best. That Luigi face is the look on this one right now. This guy. Okay, now we gotta start taking them spheres out. We'll take the Kilika sphere. Oh no, now we have to operate in the door. I'm scared. Is this one that goes in? Oh, well, that's handy. It just lights up. Okay. I was all like, shit. I'm gonna have to do it in the dark, light up the floor like it's some kind of Saturday Night Fever. It's not Saturday night, it's Saturday morning. Night fever, night fever. You know I'd show it. Oh, good. They put a save sphere right there. Thank you, game. Wunderbar. Alright, now let's never do that again. Alright, yeah, so this is the only cloister you can't get the destruction sphere on the first go. You actually have to come back and do it after all this stuff. Game did show a little save mercy on us, though, so that's nice. Alright, I kind of forget this thing's deal. I think we want to shift around, right? We can move? Yeah, we can move. So let's do that. Let's bring in Orin, because he can actually start working on this clown. Everyone cast haste on each other, quick. Berserk tail. I mean, I'm fine with that. Oh. Get him, Kimari. Uh-oh. Oh, that's probably not too great. Anyway. Time to hit it with some... Oh, wait. We're on Titus here. Let's bring in Yuna. I suppose we can cast Protect on Orin. And let's go ahead and power break this jerk. It's immune. Watch out, Kimari. Oh, no. No, don't do it to Yuna. Crap. Well, Yuna's dead. Okay, Mega Phoenix time. Man, we only have 3 of these? Bummer. So put Titus back in. Let's haste the squad. Alright, so we definitely got to do something about this Berserk crap. Right. Cast Protect on Kimari. Maybe gets countered. He should be fine. Here we go. Cast Protect on thyself. Let's bring in Riku. She could throw out an Albed potion. Lovely. Glyph mine. Oh shit. Alright, Kimari, time to wake up. Nice. Just time. Alright. What we got, though, really? Bring Orin back in, or... Let's bring in Waka. I don't think we could blind this thing, so maybe we... Wait. Bring in Orin, because he hits harder. I think that worked. Go ahead and get the shell out. Let's see. Actually, now we'll bring Waka in, and we could move him back here. This is actually okay. This one, Yuna, get back. Yuna, get back. No, Kira should be plenty. Hell yeah, dude, this guy's already berserk. He'll just counter you. Oh wait, it was his turn. Alright, maybe we can blind it. We might as well give it a try. Nope. Oh. Excuse me. Now we'll bring in Lulu. Who's got an overdrive, so let's go ahead and give it the Firaga Fury. I got 10. Holy smokes. I've never gotten 10 before. Oh man, we're wailing on it too. Nice. Alright, who's getting glyphed? Looks like Lulu this time. We'll bring Yuna back. Oh, this guy's toast, right? Yeah, he's toast. You can take it, Orin. Yeah. That's it. Got him. I didn't steal from him. Oh well. So it only cost me 1 Mega Phoenix, but that's okay. Still got 2.
Yuna, we're here.
The Hall of the Final Summoning.
Go.
Yes.
Hold on, Orin. We gotta hit the save point. Yuna, wait. Ah, damn. Oh, we send her in alone? Oh, alright. But hey, we're not doing this official. Also, we have enough level 4 key spheres now for a,
Huh? What do you mean, no final
Ultimate.
Aeon?
Sir Orin! Everyone!
Wait, no, the save point, you fools. Oh, never mind. Alright, let's check our gear real quick. I don't think I have anything that'll prevent zombie. Which is an effect we're gonna have to contend with. Zerg Ward? Hey, what do you know? Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go as we are. Huh, let's see. So I could return here and then break through with a level 1 and then use my level 4s, but let's see how many levels that'll take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I need 15 sphere levels from now to get to Ultima. Which kind of sucks. Also, we made it to the end of Orin's grid. Look at that. I don't know what Sentinel does, but we'll find out. Alright, let's see. So if we use a level 3 here, we'll break through and be pretty close to, well, nothing really. We'll consider Riku's moves, Orin's moves going forward. A little bit more magic defense, pretty nice going into the next fight. Wait, what is this? Extract power? Don't need that yet. Alright, here we go. Kimari's time to move on to Waka's grid has come. And Titus has the quick hit. Hell yeah. Let's see, what spells this? Protect and Shell? Hell yeah. More like Shell, yeah. I think that level 3 key sphere is totally worth using. So we'll bring him that way. Hey, are we able to leave and grind? Are we able to do a little bit of the leave and grind? Gonna try. It should just be Titus by himself up here. It'd be, oh no! Bong, bong. Alright, yeah, I think we'll grind a little bit first. Just a little bit. Establish everybody's new sphere grid trajectories. Haha, you miss me. She's okay. See? Told you. She's okay, I said. Really intent on killing the shit out of, Or you know what? We'll bring in somebody else to do it. Titus. Do a Phoenix down. Excuse me. I forgot I have a full inventory. Alright, Warren gets in here, kills one of the
So be
firemen.
it.
Take that, fireman. And then Yuna gets in here and null blazes us from it. Not quite, huh?
Allow me.
Actually, we'll get everybody in. Alright, Waka should be able to finish him off. Oh wait, that's not Waka. Oops. I'm not Waka.
That's how it's done.
Waka. Damn it. uh... Settle in for a nice little grind. Right. Oh, that's gonna kill it though.
Take that.
That's okay. Let's see, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 more levels to get everything I want from Lulu, basically. Although Flare will be enough going forward. Alright, where are we going to send Orin, though? We send him here. We'll eventually get the rest of Titus's stuff, which is okay, I guess, but... yeah, I guess that's fine, because it'll speed him up and everything, too. Let's see, before I burn that level 3 sphere, though, will I need it to do... no. This will be the best use of it. Let's look at Kimari's wacky way. Kimari's wacky way. Alright, where's the big boys? Where's those big bots? There we are. Alright. Get that armor break, Kimari. Hit that mental break, Orin. And let's get Waka in here, because he can evade and whatnot. Okay, well, Orin's down. Let's bring in Riku. She can Phoenix down this clown. Now we can bring in Yuna. Lulu. Nice. And she dodges. Ha ha. Alright, this thing's toast. We don't even have to use haste. What overdrive mode does Lulu currently have? Comrade? I think she should do Slayer. Or Warrior, even. Warrior. Healer. Stoic. We'll do Comrade because it adds it faster. Warrior. Tactician. When a status attack succeeds. Ooh. That's actually kind of cool. Kimari's Warrior. Waka's Slayer. We'll do Warrior though. Yeah. Warrior's like kind of like your general purpose. Because, you know, in bosses, you can't kill very many enemies and raise your overdrive that way. So people who have Slayer or Victor, their overdrive gauges are locked for the duration of boss battles, basically. They're a good way to charge it up ahead of the boss fight, though. Speaking of which, I should be summoning Aeons to enable that. Let's bring in Waka. Go. Now we'll bring in an Aeon and get them all charged up. Because I'll be able to grand summon. Or, well, you know what? That's right, we wouldn't be able to grand summon because chances are the next boss will have the ability to just get rid of Aeons, so we'll just hit it with a regular overdrive. And then we'll summon, you know, whichever one. We can leave one Aeon without an overdrive gauge in this case. Although this is working out quite nicely, because this guy can barely hurt Bahamut, so I could boost all day. Hey, what's happening, Hurrytron? How you doing this morning? Just engaging in a little bit of the pre-Unalesca grind. Getting my Aeons all charged up and ready to rock. There it is. A happy Saturday to use. It's an especially happy Saturday for me because I'm finally COVID Negatron. I mean, negative. I was COVID Negatron, which is to say positive. It's not confusing at all, trust me. Suffice to say is I am no longer coming up positive on the quick antigen rapid test thingamajigs. And as a result, I'll be able to mail away some commissions today that are like over a week late on account of, like, I was going to freaking go to the post office the morning I tested positive. Negacovertron, yes. Precisely. Let's see here. Yeah. Damn, with the counter. Please keep attacking Waka. It works out real nice. Covertron. It's not bad. And, like, it's not immediately obvious that it's kind of in bad taste, referencing the plague and all, but... Alright, we're gonna have a shitload of holy water for the next fight, too, which is important. Can't stress it enough. Man, they're giving me the crappiest enemy combos here. That's where you messed up. Keep forgetting to check what Candle of Lives do. I appreciate you coming in, Hurrytron. Wait, he's got a gun. Who didn't go? Orin didn't go.
No time to waste. Let's go.
Go on, Orin. Be patient, my love. There we go. Guess we'll start with Riku. It's not going to do too much damage from the get-go, but it's fine. Nice. That's why you bring in Waka. Alright, time for the spellcasters, then. He's fine. He's okay. Alright. Unit can't be stopped. Sometimes they actually drop level 3s, I noticed on last session, so that's nice. Alright, hit a little bit harder, Lulu. Dodge a little bit better, Yuna. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty good. Let's see what we got over here. Cura. Ooh, we might actually want to go back for that before we head forward to the other spells. It's nice to have a few more options when it comes to heals. We're getting to the point where people are getting some decent cross-training in, pretty much. Alright, Waka. Waka won't be missing, I don't think. But yeah, we just completed the cloister up ahead and defeated the, shoot, I don't know what it was called, now I think about it. The monster that appears after you defeat the cloister that guards the final elevator. Oh no, ambush, this sucks. Ow. Well, at least Titus is out and ready to catch a counter. Alright, please don't kick Titus anymore. Oof. Alright. Huh? Oh wait, no, we don't want to do that. I was about to kill the one in the back, and these things would start thrust kicking. So, time to take one down. Oh, that one gives you 9,600? Man, out here I was hoping for the big robos.
This ends now.
Right now. Ugh. For that guy, at least. Alright, Riku. Oh, he took it. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm a dummy. You almost effed up. Gotta kill the bouncy robot man first. Yeah, I screwed up this order, but it's fine. What can we do? Let's bring in Lou.
So, how shall we do this?
Alright. Alright, how much did we get for that fight? Oh, still more than the robot. So the big robot is actually the shittiest thing to encounter. And here it is.
This ends now.
Oh wait, no. Let's bring in Waka. It's fine. Now we bring in Riku. Shit. Alright. Wakey. Let's bring in Titus. And then Una can finish this off, right? Yeah, wait, no, it probably won't. Yeah, just shy. That's okay.
Yeah!
Let's see where we're at. 2 more for Lulu. Actually, just 1 more for Lulu. Now I think about it. Because you don't actually have to move on to the final space. Yay! Alright, yeah, we're gonna go back for Kira, like I say. Which will take 2 more levels. Nice, better evasion for Orin. And even more strength, why not? Groovy, groovy, groovy. Alright. Let's bring in Waka and deal with the big damage dealer first. Can't shoot me. Alright, well maybe a little. Let's see, Kimari, Titus, and then we'll summon Shiva. What's up, Nanya? How you doing this morning? Good morning to you. Just chilling, doing a little bit of a grind before the Unalesca encounter here in FF10. Oh, it's your second favorite? Or your second favorite Final Fantasy X? What's your first favorite Final Fantasy X? I'm kidding, of course. No, what's your favorite Final Fantasy though? How much did that hit for? Couldn't tell. Alright, I wasn't paying attention, rather. Okay, that's fine. She'll survive, unless it crits. 7? 7 is a great one. I think my favorites are, well, I know my favorite is 6. Excuse me. OG 7's right up there, though. I mean, I hold them all in pretty high regard. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, no, I don't want her to die if she doesn't kill him with this move. So get out of here, Shiva. You're ready to rock. And since we have Grand Summon, that means we don't need to bother doing this with Ixion. Ah, that'll happen. That'll do it. My first ever was actually Final Fantasy 1. Yes, I am that old. I didn't get very far on it, though. I think I got to the point where you get a ship and you can go to the Elven Kingdom, but then after that, the game's like, okay, you gotta grind for like 10 hours before proceeding. I'm like, However, later in life, I played the PS1 remaster of Final Fantasy 1, where they lowered you know, the difficulty, in the sense that they made it to where it takes less experience to level, and either less money to buy things, or else they just dropped money at a faster rate. Oh yeah, and that's the thing too, because they didn't advertise them in the States at all until 7 was ready to come out. I remember seeing a TV ad for Final Fantasy 7, and I was like, okay, first of all, what happened to 5, what happened to 4, 5, and 6? Because the previous game that came out in the States was Final Fantasy 3, which is actually FF6. And, yeah, so there was that whole thing with the localization, and they made the decision to not confuse the Western audience by, numbering them in the order they appeared in the West, as opposed to the, you know, true numbering. And I'm glad they abandoned that when 7 came out. They didn't want to call it 4. That would have been weird. Oh yeah. How you doing, KNOS085? What are we doing here? Ooh, Lulu's ready to rock. She is ready to rock. She now has flair, and even better, I'm gonna send her right back here using a return sphere. So she's poised to... So she is poised to gain access to Ultima. Very important move that was. There we go. Because I do have, I believe it is true, yep, 3 level 4 key spheres, and that's all we need. We just need to get over here, so we can go 1, 2, 3, Ultima. That's still a lot of levels away. I'm not gonna do it before the Unalesca fight, I don't think. That would make the grind quite a long sesh here. Flare will suffice for now. But at this point, we've made it to the end of many of a character's sphere grid, and we are very, very close to being at the end of everybody else's. Oh yeah? Wait, where are you at, Conso? Are you because I know, yeah, okay, you can't be in Europe, since Europe actually got Final Fantasy V when North America didn't. No, you didn't? I could have swore Europe got FF5. Well then, never mind. Wait, what are we doing here? Supposed to bring in Orin, that's it. Ah, I see. I see. I could have swore FF5 got localized for Europe. Because when I first got the ROM to play FF5 back in the day for my SNES emulation, I was all like, well, you know, it was in English. And I thought I had read at the time that that was on account of the fact that it got released in Europe but nowhere else, but I was fully wrong all these years. Time for Lulu.
Well then, what next?
How's the weather over there in Germany? I know Italy's getting the shit as far as heat is concerned. I can only presume Germany's not doing too much better. Get him, Titus. Oh, you know what? I didn't even try Flare with Lulu. That would have been fun. Okay, let's think real quick. Is there anything else I want before we go into this encounter besides... Well, you know what? Yuna is pretty far away from the end of hers. Oh yeah, that's right. I want Titus to have cure, so he needs 2 more levels. Or cura, rather. And really, that's it, I think. And then we'll be good to go. Warm and humid. You're gonna play, do a playthrough with them all PlayStation. Oh, wait a minute, Titus, didn't we hit the save point? Oh, this is good. Alright. Wakey wakey, Titus. Come on, evasion stat. Ugh. There we go. Lauren, get in here. Wait, I could just use the high potion on Yuna. Let's get Lulu in here. Let's see that flame spell. Or flare, rather. Base games, not the add-ons they have now. Oh, I see. Yeah, not the pixel remasters is what you mean? Yeah, we can only cast flare 3 times.
No pain.
Or twice, actually. Want to earn, be able to say I didn't use fast or extra damage. Now, as far as my considerations on that, I think the quality of life stuff for, say, triple speed at the very least is good. When it comes to the grind and stuff, like, I didn't find it necessary in FF7 at all, but in FF8, in my recent playthrough of that, I was very, very compelled to use the speed up function and the no encounters function from time to time, since there's just so much open pre-rendered territory in that game that it actually takes a lengthy amount of time just to traverse it. And Final Fantasy VIII has that weird quirk to where the whole game scales to your level, and so therefore the lower the level you can keep, the better off you are. But that's a fair challenge you set for yourself there, Nunya, and I wish you luck. Hey, that's the spirit. How long you in, Nunya? What's your time on the clock? How many years? Let's see. Lulu hasn't gone. Nice, max damage. All right. Excuse me. Your side is killing me? Oh, it's killing you? It's killing me? No. Well, I hope your side feels better soon. None of your business. Do your best out there. You know, we'll get some shout-outs here now that there's Now that there's a handful of you about. There's one for you, Nunya. Mr. Carrots was in here earlier keeping me some company. Of course, we got the mighty KNOSO85. And none other than Hurrytron, a fellow Tron. What are we missing here? Titus, there we go. We'll bring in Orin to finish this off.
Farewell.
Alright, where are we at here? We have regen now, which is nice. Not if you're a zombie, though. Zombie. You know what? Hold on. Let's use this level 1 here. Titus couldn't use it cruising past. I didn't bother with it. But, Orin here sure can. Excellent. And we can start cruising Lulu toward Ultima. And what's even cooler is once we get Ultima with Lulu, I can instantly use a black magic sphere with Yuna to also give her Ultima. Since that's February, after 7 years, probably have a stream next month. Oh, alright. Dig it. I see. Well, super awesome, Nunya. And I will be playing much Blitzball. Much Blitzball. I plan on getting all of Waka's stuff. And in fact, I have a very special series of streams planned for that. It's going to be Blitzball tonight, basically, for a good long while before we finish up the game here. One more for Titus. Just creeping everyone along the grid here. What's this? Reflect and Dispel. Ooh, those are really good. Very technical spells. Ooh, I could totally get full break, but that would use all of the level 4 key spheres I want to use to get to Ultima. And level 4 key spheres, those are very rare at this point in the game. I believe at a later point you can grind for them, but yeah. I would be delighted if they did that. Or like if they introduced Blitzball into FF14, I would totally play FF14 to become a Blitz player. But I don't think I'll ever do it again. I actually enjoy Blitzball quite a bit. It takes, I looked it up, and it takes somewhere around 30 games to get everything for Waka. So I'm definitely going to be doing some of it offline. But I got something special in mind for some of the more, exciting moments of the league. Only sport game I would play. For real though, right? It's not fair for me to say that. I actually like a few sports video games, but they're usually the more arcadey type. We were talking about NBA Jam last week in here, and that game was fun. We also got NFL Blitz was pretty fun, but NFL Blitz paled in comparison, in my opinion, to the old Mutant League football and Mutant League hockey on Genesis. Hey, now you're talking NHL. Mutant League hockey. Did you ever play that on Genesis? I sure did. Oh wait, hold on. We need to bring in Kumari first. Yeah, I thought they were really cool. Incredible gratuitous violence. Lots of fun voice clips and stuff in the extreme bit crushed Genesis style. You played a lot of 99 on NHL. You know what I play? probably the most sports games I ever played was when the Dreamcast came out and you had the 2K series. I played a lot of NHL 2K and NFL 2K. Those were fun, as far as sim styles go. But I had both of those on Dreamcast, and they were actually kind of fun. Back in the day, because I played a lot of Blades of Steel. Hell yeah. Oh, and the tennis game on Dreamcast. I think I remember which one you're talking about. But Blades of Steel was awesome. You know that says Face Off in that really gritty NES voice clip? Me and my friend always thought it said Play Sauce. And so for like our entire lives, because we were like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old when we first played Blades of Steel, we went around saying Play Sauce at each other. And that's fun. Lulu gets to go twice? Oh, because she's the fastest out of these ones. Well, let's see. We need to bring in Waka. He hasn't gone. There we go. And we need to bring in Riku. Double Dribble. I remember the arcade version of Double Dribble. The bowling alley my mom would take me to when she had her bowling league. It had a cabinet of Double Dribble, which was a ton of fun also. Ghouls and Ghosts on Nintendo. Gretzky 64. Wow. Yeah. There was like a sweet spot in there for sports video games, I think. I never got too into the Madden series. You know, all my friends took that way too serious. It's like I couldn't play because they were too busy being really, really good, and also they were knowledgeable about the NFL, whereas I didn't give a shit. And so, you know, it actually knowing about the NFL and which players are good or not greatly affects your ability at the game. Plus, having a fundamental concept of how, you know, plays work in American football kind of gives a player an edge as well. My favorite football game, though, probably of all time, was Tecmo Super Bowl on the NES. I'm the same way, Nunya. My friends, however, were not. They were min-maxing that shit. My friends would always talk about football and basketball and stuff, and I'm like, I literally do not care. Like, I have the most possible apathy. Oh man. Like, I liked the wrestling games on the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo quite a bit. But I remember when the first wrestling game I played on the N64, like, I rented it, me and my friends played it, and we were exhausted after an hour because literally every single part of that game involved button mashing and who can button mash the fastest. And so, you know, you're sitting there for half an hour just getting in a lockup, you know, and button mashing to win, and we got sick of it pretty fast. And so as a result, I don't think I ever played any of the PlayStation ones. Also, come on, give me the fights that have the weaker enemies that give us more experience, please. Four-player couch co-op in the WCW NWO. I think it was a WCW NWO game. I can't remember though. That was also about the period of time when the World Wildlife Fund sued old McMahon and was like, no, that's our trademark, pal. I know we didn't call you on it for a long time, but we spent so many hours playing both Mario Kart 64 and GoldenEye back then. Just obscene amounts of time. And it's a shame. Like, I was starting to realize about the 2008-2009 time period that couch co-op was going out the window. Like, in racing games, I I was so excited to play Drive, right? 2-player? I think, no, it wasn't Drive. Grid is what it was. And you can't play local multiplayer on Grid. We were so disappointed. And then that's when we started noticing that a lot of games coming out, local multiplayer was just done. You either had to do a fucking system link or play over the internet, you know, and send your friends home. Oh man, we would piss off my dad so much playing Mario Kart 64 late into the night, getting all rowdy. He was so pissed off. Nice crit, Titus. It's time to hit him with Thondaga. Save some MP. I don't know why. Yeah, it was like a whole thing. You'd go over to a buddy's house. I mean, I don't know if kids are really doing that no more. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Yuna. Trying to be how did that go console? I remember the SNES Mario Kart being extremely difficult once you're up over 100 cc's. Or lose them. Now, fortunately, nobody in my little peer group got genuinely mad at each other for beating each other in video games. And we all had our strong suit, too. We had, like, I was the GoldenEye master. My friend Kevin was, like, the fighting game master. And we were all pretty even on Mario Kart. Dottie King? Yeah. Legally distinct from Diddy Kong Racing, indeed. I schmell ya. Okay, I think I'm fine with this grind as it is. Yes. Titus has Cura, which is handy. Alright, let's hit that save point one more time. Biddy Kong. No, Biddy King. Dottie King. Whatever works. Oh! We got half a step away. Not summon. Alright, nice dodge. Lulu. Let's see, Titus. Waka. And Kimari to finish it off. Let's go! Alright, let's go see if we can destroy Unalesca. Okay. I'm gonna flee from these guys because they literally don't give me enough experience to bother with. But I'll fight the other enemy combos on the way. Come on. There we go. This is actually the best combo because it does the least amount of damage to us while providing a fairly rich pool of experience. Get beat at silver or bronze for that. For once I was the one to carry us. Usually your buddy is the strong. Is that for the SNES Mario Kart you're referring to still? Yeah, man, that one's hard. But then again, Mario Kart tends to get pretty unfair regardless of which edition it is once you get high enough in the CCs, you know? Bam! Alright, let's see. Is everybody else gone? Oh, that's right, it already had, it's already been stolen. There we go. Thank you for not saying SNES as one word. I guess I got used to saying SNES rather than SNES. It wasn't until much later that I heard other people on the internet. Oh, there's totally a teleporter here. Cool. All right. Hold on. We'll take an extra little notch of strength for you then. Last second, Wonka. That's her, buddy. And we'll hit the inner save point, why not? Alright, Nunya. Yeah, take care of yourself. I hope you feel better. Thank you so much. Everybody give Nunya the follow. Word on the street is Final Fantasy OG versions and a Streamiversary business to be had over there. It's a pinched nerve, I'm sure. Oof. Yeah, best thing to do is try not to move and let that inflammation go down, and then you should be going okay after that. Yeah, I did. I did that straight away. And we kicked that monster's ass. And we're ready to,
This isn't a faith. It's just an empty statue.
That statue lost its power as a faith long ago. It is Lord Zaon, the first faith of the final summoning. What you see before you is all that remains of him. Lord Zaon is... his soul is gone.
Gone?
You mean there is no final Aeon?
But fear
oh, there
not.
will be.
Lady Yunalesca will show you the path. The final Aeon will be yours. The Summoner and the final Aeon will join powers. Go to her now. Inside, the lady awaits.
Yuna, wait! Auron, you knew this was gonna happen, didn't you?
Or
Yes.
that other priest would be like,
Why
oh,
didn't
hey,
you
what's
tell
happening,
us?
Norn?
If I had told you the truth, would that really have stopped you from coming?
Yuna.
I'm not going back.
Kimari knows. Kimari goes first. Yuna is safe. Kimari protect.
Hell yeah, Kimari. Oh, I should have saved, and that way we could skip that cutscene next time. Oh well. In case Yunalesca mops the floor with us, which is possible, because she's a technical fight.
Someone's coming!
Lady Yunalesca.
Welcome to Zanarkand. I congratulate you, Summoner. You have completed your pilgrimage.
Forgot my pants.
I will now bestow you with that which you seek. The final summoning will be yours. Now, choose.
I'm
You
definitely
must
gonna try,
choose the one
Console.
whom I will change to become the faith of the final
Alright,
summoning.
Riku, you're up.
There must be a bond between Chosen and Summoner, for that is what the final summoning embodies. The bond between husband and wife, mother and child, or between friends. If that bond is strong enough, its light will conquer sin. 1,000 years ago, I chose my husband Zeon as my faith. Our bond was true, and I obtained the final Aeon. There is nothing to fear. You will soon be freed of worry and pain.
Hey, wait a minute.
For once you call forth the final Aeon, your life will end.
True.
Death is the ultimate and final liberation. Your father, Braska, chose this path.
Did 10-2 original have it?
It is not too late. Let us turn back. If I turn back, who will defeat Sin? Would you have some other summoner and his guardians go through this? But, my lord, there must be another way.
This is the only way we got now. Fine. Make me the faith. I've been doing some thinking. My dream is back in the other Zanarkand. I wanted to make that runt into a star blitz player. Show him the view from the top, you know. But now I know there's no way home for me. I'm never gonna see him again. My dream's never gonna come true. So make me the faith. I'll fight Sin with you, Braska. Then maybe my life will have meaning, you know?
Don't do this, Jecht. If you live, there may be another way. We'll think of something, I know.
Believe me, I thought this through. Besides, I ain't getting any younger, so I might as well make myself useful.
Jecht?
What? You're not gonna try to stop me too?
Sorry. I mean, thank you.
Braska still has to fight Sin, Orin. Guard him well. Make sure he gets there. Well, let's go.
Lord Braska, Jecht.
What do you want now?
Sin always comes back. It comes back after the calm, every time. The cycle will continue and your deaths will mean nothing. But there's always a chance it won't come back this time. It's worth trying.
I understand what you're saying, Orin. I'll find a way to break the cycle.
You have a plan? Checked?
Trust me, I'll think of something.
My goodness. Hey, Syndra. Thank you for the resub,
Megatron
boss.
Mr. 1763 Hyperpod.
How you doing today, Syndra? Good morning. And thank you very, very much. I appreciate you.
And the cycle went on.
We'll break it.
But how? What, you got a plan now?
If one of us has to become a faith, I volunteer.
Me too, Yuna.
That still won't change anything, you know? You'd bring the calm.
Well, it's
And
going
then
great.
what?
I tested
That
negative
won't break the
today
cycle.
for COVID, so
Listen, you want to defeat Sin and keep Yuna alive.
not
You don't
quite.
want Sin to come back, yeah? That is just not gonna happen, brother, you know?
If you want everything, you'll end up with nothing.
But I want everything.
Now you're being childish.
I give up. So what would an adult do then? They know they can just throw away a summoner. Then they can do whatever they like. You're right. I might not even have a chance. But no way am I gonna just stand here and let Yuna go. And what Oren said about there being a way, I think it's true.
You'll think of something?
Yes, I'll go ask Yuna Leska. She's got to know something.
You really think she'll help you?
I don't know, but I have to try. This is my story. It'll go the way I want it, or I'll end it here.
Wait. You say it's your story, but it's my story too, you know? It would be so easy to let my fate just carry me away, following this same path my whole life through. But I know I can't. What I do with no regrets.
No regrets. Alright, let's go see. We are very near endgame. Actually, Syndril. We're at a very big climactic moment. That's sort of the penultimate climactic moment. But there's a hell of a lot of game left to play after this. Yay. Cool. At least I don't have to go through that cutscene again. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna take a quick break, gang, and I'll be right back, and we'll get on with this. Gotta use the bathroom. Enjoy some music from Captain Sekatai. It is my own channel's theme. Hey, I'm back. I am back. And we're ready to rock. That, of course, was my channel's theme, composed by Captain Sekatai. Check him out, please. And here we go. Let's see if we can first try this fight. Oh yeah, I like this area. It's time for mommy. How you doing, Natty?
Have you chosen the one to become your faith? Who will it be?
Might I
It's gonna be my friend
ask
Roscoe.
something
Bam!
first?
Shoot her. No.
Will Sin come back even should I use the final summoning to defeat it?
Sin is eternal.
I'm doing pretty good.
Every Aeon that defeats it
Came up negative on my
becomes
COVID
in its
test this
place.
morning, so
And thus is Sin reborn.
I can actually go to the post office and
So
ship
that's
out
why Jack
commissions
became
today.
sick.
Sin is an inevitable part of Spira's destiny. It is never ending.
Never ending? But if we atone for our crimes, Sin will stop coming back, yeah? Someday it'll be gone, yeah?
Will humanity ever attain such purity?
This cannot be! The teachings state that we can exercise sin with complete atonement! It's been our only hope all these years!
Hope is comforting. It allows us to accept fate, however tragic it might be.
No! Where is the sense in
this
all
moment.
this? Braska believed in Yevon's teachings and died for them. Jecht believed in Braska and gave his life for him.
They chose to die because they had hope.
Orin's return after they fought Sin.
Yevon's teachings and the final summoning give the people of Spira hope. Without hope, they would drown in their sorrow. Now choose. Who will be your faith? Who will be the one to renew Spira's hope?
Orin's back there like, it's time for a rematch.
No one. I would have gladly died. I live for the people of Spira, and would have gladly died for them. But no more. The final summoning is a false tradition that should be thrown away.
No. It is our only hope. Your father sacrificed himself to give that hope to the people, so they would forget sorrow.
Wrong. My father wanted to make Spiro's sorrow go away, not just cover it up with lies.
Sorrow cannot be abolished. It is meaningless to try.
My father, I loved him. So I will live with my sorrow. I will live my own life. I will defeat sorrow in his place. I will stand my ground and be strong. I don't know when it will be, but someday I will conquer it. And I will do it without false hope.
Poor creature. You would throw away hope. Well, I will free you before you can drown in your sorrow. It is better for you to die in hope than to live in despair. Let me be your liberator.
Uh-oh, her hair has taken aggressive posture.
This is it. Now is the time to choose. Die and be free of pain, or live and fight your sorrow. Now is the time to shape your stories. Your fate is in your hands.
Yuna needs Kimari.
Goosebumps.
Kimari protect Yuna.
Hell yeah, Natty.
Well, I'm fighting.
I can't believe we're gonna fight Lady Yunalesca. Give me a break.
You can always run.
I'd never forgive myself. No way. Not if I ran away now. Even in death, yeah?
My thoughts exactly.
Hell yeah. Oh, you ain't the only one, Natty.
Yuna!
Galax.
This is our
Galax
story.
was in here throwing
Now
out
let's
quotes
see this thing through
as
together.
they were happening too. What a hype moment, though. Cool, and we have our full speed squad out in front. I didn't even do that on purpose. All right, let's see. Kimari. Let's see if a magic break will do. Immune. That's fine. Waka's really come around. That's for sure. Let's see. Shell on self. Hell yeah. Shell on Titus. Also, that dispelled Titus's haste. We'll go ahead and haste himself back up. Kimari, we can switch you out for Oran. Let's break down your magic defenses, Unaleska. Or not. We here, Bit Wizard. Indeedly do. And how the heck are you? Alright. Let's see. Orin is blind. That's okay. Riku? See what she's got in her, well, waistband, I guess. Farplane wind. That sounds neat. Absorb. Shit. Actually, Titus knows Cura now, which is handy. Riku, switch out for Waka.
Yeah.
Lulu, get in here and give her the flare. Why not? Wait, hold on. Actually, we're not going to do that yet. That might be... Okay, maybe we will. It's a good way to start the day, I'll say. Especially with a magic boost Cactar and Flare. Boom! Eat it, Unaleska. You can't silence me! Ooh. Okay. Who's next, then? Kimari. Well, Kimari's blind. That's okay. We can, hit her with jump. This might actually, put her to the next phase. Ooh, if it didn't, it's real close. Okay. Good one, Kimari. Yes, that is the big punishment for not winning this fight, is having to go through that whole cutscene again. Hellbiter. Alright, here's the zombie attack I was referring to earlier. Let's bring in Yuna, who should be in haste mode still. Yes! So then we have 3 turns. We can Holy Water Kimari and Holy Water Lulu. Kimari's still blind though, which sucks. So let's bring Riku in and do a mix. Let's mix it up. I think my old go-to is a grenade plus map. I forget what it does, but that was my old go-to, I think. As in the shell, it's okay. Shell on Lulu, actually. There we go. Oh, thank you. How nice of you. And protect on Lulu. I think it's time. Flare Fury, let's go. I think I'm gonna break my controller. Hell yeah. Orin, holy water yourself, please. GG's on FF6 though yesterday, Bitwizard. That was cool. You kicked the shit out of Kefka. Alright, so yeah, she thinks everybody's zombied, so... I think we're blind though. That's the problem. Let's do a Mega Posh. It's a little bit overkill, but we should be good. It's probably gonna do Hellbiter. Yeah, here we go. This is why you need tons of holy water for this. Yeah, Kefka was like, ah, shit, they nuked their way up the tower and then nuked me. I think we'll save the slice and a dice. And we'll switch out for Waka, why not? Why not? And you know what? No, we'll save it. We'll go full limit break when we come back to it, or when she's on her final form. None of these will do anything to it, so let's just wait on Waka then. We could be more effective. Alright, Yuna's good, she's hasted up and everything. We can bring in... You know what? Let's bring in an Aeon. We'll start with Valiflor. Nice. Hellbiter? Really? Okay. Alright, well, Valiflor's done. We net over 7k on that attack, though, so no big deal. Or net just under 7k, I should say. Oh, Orin is hasted. Excellent. You couldn't tell. Now I can tell. Let's smack her with another flare. Nice. Let's bring in Riku. Time to use an Outbed Potion. Kimari, get back in here. Oh, you're blind though. Alright, never mind. Kimari, you're out. Waka, you're in. And we'll have you do your slots, pal. Looks like water. There we go. 69. Get her. Hey. Alright. Let's see if we can continue the onslaught for her final phase. The true face of Unalaska. Let's go. Which is an incredibly badass design. Look at this thing. Megadeth. Uh-oh. I forgot about this. What? Well, we get to watch the cutscene again, gang. I forgot how to deal with Megadeth. It's doing so well. Trying to think of how the hell you survive that. Oh, you gotta be zombied. You gotta be zombied. God damn it. Well, enjoy the cutscene again, gang, for those of you who missed it. I forgot. You gotta at least have somebody zombie to survive it. Boo. God. And it is as Bitwizard foretold. I completely forgot about the Megadeth attack. I was so on point with them holy waters, you know?
Have you chosen the one to become your faith? Who will it be?
Might I ask something first? Will Sin come back even should I use the final summoning to defeat it?
Sin is eternal.
Boy, I wish I had to use the bathroom.
Every aeon that defeats it becomes sin in its place. And thus is Sin reborn.
So that's why Jack became Sin.
Sin is an inevitable part of Spira's destiny. It is never-ending.
Never-ending?
Alright, so we get her second phase down to very low HP
Sin
for
will
her.
stop coming back, yeah?
And then we wait for the Hellbiter.
Someday it'll be
then
gone,
we wipe it
yeah?
out. We all survive
Will humanity
Megadeth. We
ever
all
attain such
heal,
purity?
and then we're off and running. Although I think I should probably keep one person a zombie.
This cannot be! The teachings state that we can exercise sin with complete atonement. It's been our
I'm gonna
only
go smoke
hope
while this is going
all
on.
these years.
Hope is comforting. It allows us to accept fate.
Enjoy the cutscene,
however
gang.
tragic it might be.
No! Where is the sense in all this? Braska believed in Yevon's teachings and died for them. Jekt believed in Braska and gave his life for him.
They chose to die because they had hope. Yevon's teachings and the final summoning give the people of Spira hope. Without hope, they would drown in their sorrow. Now choose. Who will be your faith? Who will be the one to renew Spira's hope?
No one. I would have gladly died. I live for the people of Spira. and would have gladly died for them, but no more. The final summoning is a false tradition that should be thrown away.
No. It is our only hope. Your father sacrificed himself to give that hope to the people, so they would forget sorrow.
Wrong. My father wanted to make Spiro's sorrow go away, not just cover it up with lies.
Sorrow cannot be abolished. It is meaningless to try.
My father, I loved him. So I will live with my sorrow. I will live my own life. I will defeat sorrow in his place. I will stand my ground and be strong. I don't know when it will be, but someday I will conquer it. And I will do it without false hope.
Poor creature. You would throw away hope. Well, I will free you before you can drown in your sorrow. It is better for you to die in hope than to live in despair. Let me be your liberator.
Now! This is it! Now is the time to choose. Die and be free of pain, or live and fight your sorrow. Now is the time to shape your stories. Your fate is in your hands.
Yuna needs Kimahri. Kimahri, protect Yuna.
Well, I'm fighting.
Alright.
I can't believe we're gonna fight Lady Yuna less.
She forgot her clothes.
Give
She
me a
always does
break.
that. She's just a
You can
big old
always run.
forgetful poopy pants. Is
I'd never
Yuna-esque.
forgive myself. No way. Not if I ran away now. Even in death, yeah?
My thoughts exactly.
Yuna! This is
Wow.
our story.
Good job, baby.
Now let's see this thing through together.
Really? It's alright. Her hair is in an aggressive posture. We really don't have to have any consideration for Yunalesca. Alright. So what was the plan then? Bring in Kimahri and start throwing Protect around. You know... Oops, I meant to start throwing Protect around. That's okay. Alright. Counter attack. Ouch. Who still needs to protect? Himself and Titus. Yeah, that's why she got so freaked out. Let's see here. Let's bring in Lulu. We'll go ahead and nuke her up with a flare. Bam. Doesn't work. Alright, let's bring in Orin. He can haste himself for starters. Switch out Kimahri for Riku, who can mug. Stamina tablet. We got a different item this time. Weird. Alright, there we go. Literally doesn't matter. Do outbed potions cure blindness? They don't. They do cure petrification and silence, though, in addition to poison. I didn't know about those other two. That's okay. She's fast enough to just go ahead and dish out the eye drops. How you doing, Beowulf? I just lost this fight because I forgot about its gimmick. And there's really not much indication of what's going to happen when you get to Phase 3.
Yeah.
Next phase, let's go! Yeah, I got Mega Death. I totally forgot. You need to keep at least somebody zombie going into third phase. I was so fast on the draw, holy water wise, the whole fight. Like right now, for instance. Alright, so my strat is to get her pretty low HP, and then let her hit us with Hellbiter, and then we'll all just survive going into the third phase. Shit. Ironically, I don't have anybody out here who is super fast. But you know what? I should have kept Walker. Oh, thanks, Unalaska. Let's see. Let's bring in Riku and steal from her. Yes. Mug it again. See if it gets another item. Ooh, another stamina tablet. Nice. One. Let's make Riku go fast. We love surviving Mega Death. It's true. We really, really do. Alright, Lulu can actually afford to stay zombied. Riku, get out. Titus, you're in. Or does that make sense? You know what? Yuna, get in here. You cure Orin. Okay. Now, she's got 47k. Let's go ahead and hit her with the Valafor again. Because this will do a big dent to her HP. Yeah, keep doing that. Aw, not absorb. See you, Valcor. You did well. Okay. Yuna, you're out. Titus, you're in. Let's just, let's give it a quick attack. Quick hit, why not? Hold on. Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that much flare. But I think we will save it, actually. just gonna need an ether after this. Ooh, that's it? Shit. Wait, that took away her? Oh my god, that it also works on ethers. What do you know? Groan. Okay, Riku, get out. Bring in the Waka. And we'll throw an overdrive since you can't see and wouldn't hit otherwise. Alright, fire this time. Fireball! Kimari? Alright. So we're getting there. Let's bring in... Let's see, Aura's a zombie, right? Orin, I mean? Aura. Is Titus? No, Titus is not. Okay, bring in Orin. This way Lulu and Orin will survive at a minimum. Shit, Orin came with a crit. Alright. This is true, Logger119. How are you? Hey, thank you. I remembered to... This is my second run. I forgot she mega deaths on third phase, and therefore you need zombies on the field in order to survive. Sorry, Waka. Don't worry. Hey, Spitzy. Alright, well, you can't hear me. Everybody follow Spitzy. Yeah, I never found the difficulty on Final Fantasy X to be too difficult, with the exceptions of these gimmicks. No, it's my second, Spitzy. I forgot about Megadeth on Phase 3, and she killed us because I was too quick on the draw with the Holy Waters in Phase 2. And you're welcome, Spitzy. And thanks for sticking through the ads. Mega unalived is the preferred term. Not here, Beowulf. We use the canonical namings. Let's see. Alright. So I'm basically gonna want to keep a zombie on the field at all times. Right? If I'm remembering properly. Let's bring Waka back. Well, that's alright, Logger, but you know what? Some players occasionally do have trouble with games that other people find to be very easy to play, so let's keep that in mind. It's important to remember such things. Alright, we can do Fury without any endpoints, MP, so let's go ahead and do it. Oh, fucking up, damn. Mega kill. Alrighty, I suppose now if we want for funsies we can bring in Bahamut and just, you know, lay down the nuclear destruction. You got Mega Death, I got Mega Flare. I kind of want to have Monster Hair turn just to a sick recline. You know, Eska is chilling right now up there. Her hair has just gone completely sentient at this point. This is my friend Seymour, said nobody ever. It's true. Except for Trommel. Wounds. Ew. Wait, There's no way she's gonna let Bahamut take another move, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, you do get another move. Shit, I should have grand summoned him. I didn't count on him surviving. Alright, well, Impulse it is. You might even be able to survive to do another attack. And that's it. Alright, Bahamut, you're out. Hey, what's up, Eastern Samurai? Let's get some shoutouts for Eastern Samurai, a good pal, and of course KNOSO85. Alright, what's the scoopy then? You know what? I should have dismissed Bahamut, and then I could have overdrived and brought him back. Oh well. Because he's the only Aeon who breaks the damage cap right now, I believe. Let's see, who's a... I haven't really been having to contend with Zombo too much. I mean, more Mega Death, but... I don't want to, like, risk that either. Warren's a zombie, right? Yeah, alright, let's overdrive. I don't know which one will do more damage. It would be hilarious if you could just smack Unileska into oblivion, but let's give Orin the satisfaction of having tried. Bam! Hell yeah, max damage. Alright, Lulu had regen cast on her and I didn't realize it. Let's see. Yuna could do Dispel, and that'll save her. Oh, good, Hellbiter. Hey, how you doing, Ducky? How you doing this morning? 17k left for her. I think we're going to do Thundaga. And then we're going to actually Holy Water herself. You know what? We'll Holy Water Lulu. That way we can throw an elixir at her. If she survives the next attack, Mind Blast! Oh great, she's confused. That's fine actually, because we can just hit her with the Suna. That's gonna kill. Oh, good, perfect. Thank you. You know, that's good. Hooray for RN Jesus. Me, Thundaga. All right. She is very, very nearly toast. I think this is going to be the last round of turns, and we will have her sorted. Actually, Riku, get in here. You're faster. We're going to use an elixir now on Lulu, despite having had Kiraga, because she needs the HP. Oh yeah, this is over. It's all over. We've done it. We have done it. Let's bring in Ixion. Or wait, no. It's not all over. Let's bring in Titus. Titus. Give her the old slicey dices, please. Should probably counter it, but it won't matter. There we go. Now, we'll bring in Yuna, who can, we don't even need to grand summon, let's be frank. Let's bring in Shiva. What's a raving here? We're all diamond dogs. With a snap of a finger, we changed destiny. Oh, look, a trophy. That's right, I never got this far in the HD remake. Snap of a finger. And then, you know, her recliner turns into a cot, and then a coffin.
If I die, so does the final Aeon.
Good.
And with it, Spira's only hope.
Then we'll find Spira a new hope.
Fool. There is no other way. Even if there was, even if you did destroy Sin, you, Yevon, the Immortal, would only create Sin anew.
Name dropping.
You, Yevon?
No, me, Yevon.
Zeon, forgive me. Spira has been robbed of the light of hope. All that remains is sorrow.
Send her ass, Yuna. And no, I'm feeling great now, Eastern Samurai. I'm recovering. I actually tested negative today. I am no longer COVIDtron 00. Indeed. I'm looking forward to going to the post office after this session. Ooh, zombie strike. I'll take it. What'll I get rid of? Oh, I think I can get rid of an event. Oh, you know what? No. We'll keep the Avenger because it's good selling. Let's see. Let's get rid of just a generic-ass longsword. I filled my inventory up. I never sold anything.
What we just did.
Oh, here we go.
Let's do something more unbelievable.
Yeah, we're fucking shit up now.
What?
Destroy Sin, so it won't come back. And without the final
Ooh, it
Aeon.
sounds like a flex. I'm gonna speedrun this shit, y'all.
I don't know how just yet, but I'll find out.
And we did ourselves the favor of completely eliminating this as an option. Hooray! Unalesca's done, and in many ways that's the hardest fight in the game. On account of it being a very lengthy cutscene in the front of it, and then the third phase slap in the face. Because if you're anything like me, you're like, haha, holy water for days. I have nothing to fear. But you do. You have stuff to fear. Final Fantasy X sub 3 hours win. If they can put a cutscene skip in there, then then maybe. I don't know what the world record speedrun is for this game. Does anybody know? Or care to look it up? That's fun too. Man, we barely even leveled off of that. Can't touch the middle here. Weird. Anyway, let's go in Unalesca's dressing room. Oh no! It's the Scooby-Doo routine. Oh man. Oh! The Sun Crest. Oh, that's right. Alright, let's go. Let's go tell the world that there will be no more pilgrimages. 9 hours, 43 minutes, 13 seconds. I wonder how much of that is cutscene. Probably like 7 hours of it, right? Ooh. We turned off the lights.
We must talk.
What?
There's something you should know.
I know. It's about you, right?
I am also an unsent. You are not surprised.
I think I kinda knew. It was you and Aleska, wasn't it?
When Braska
Oh, wow.
and Jekt died
Wonder
defeating
why that
Sin,
is.
I just couldn't accept
Loading
it.
times?
I came back here, tried to avenge them. But she struck me down. Somehow I made my way, crawling down Mount Gagazet. But my strength left me, just outside Bevel. That's where Kamari found me. I told him about Yuna, just before I died. I've been wandering ever since, never going to the far plane.
Aaron.
Don't make that face. Being dead has its advantages.
Advantages.
I was
Advantages.
able to ride Sin and go to your Xanarkand.
And you've been watching over me since then, haven't you? Why? What's the big idea? Why me?
It is one of those things that is difficult to explain. Very well, I will show you.
Man, I wish I had orange sunglasses. The, like, part that goes to the
My
earpiece
memories.
is really neat. I like that little... Looks almost like a fleur-de-lis, but not quite.
Can I ask you one last favor? Nah, never mind.
Out with it.
Okay, listen good. Take care
Ah,
of my
shit.
son.
So yeah, look at that. It is,
My son, in Xanarkand.
6 hours of
Such a
cutscene.
crybaby. He needs someone there to hold his hand, see? Take care of him, will you?
But how am I supposed to go to Xanarkand?
Hey, you said it yourself. There must be a way to get there, right? You'll find it.
All right. I will. I
I
give
mean,
you
that
my
kind of
word.
undercuts your sacrifice
I'll
based
take
on
care
your
of your
decision
son.
making before, but
I'll guard him with my life.
Thanks, Orin. You were always such a stiff. But that's what I liked about you.
aw, Jekt hugs.
That is why.
All right. And now we're at the point where the game really opens up into sort of a endgame state. But there's lots and lots and lots to do yet, gang. I'm considering how to go about wrapping up endgame stuff. You know, most of it is just to pad out the experience. That is to say, you know, it provides many, many more hours of game, but the narrative is for the most part wrapped up. But we're definitely going to do a couple of things before we fight Sin. And can we do this now? I want to do it now, please. No? Okay. No, we have to do it later. That's okay. Yeah, I have some things to think out about how I want to wrap up the game. I really like this pre-rendered background. The sunrise is happening. We get a real good look at the Blitzball Stadium from the intro cutscene of the game. The contrast of the morning light and it looks a little, just a tiny bit low res, and it gives me those late PS1 pre-rendered background vibes just a little, and I actually quite like it. But now we back in PS2. Oh, hi!
final summoning's gone. But I'll think of something. Just give me a little more time.
Good luck with that, kid. I'm gonna go try not to commit genocides while you do that. The outbed on the airship are just all. Okay. I'm glad you guys are here. We were in for a long MF and walk, let me tell you.
Aren't we the happy-looking bunch?
Well, we...
Frana! Frana!
Where? Where? That all you can say? Why don't you think of something?
Well? Any good ideas?
Come on, help us.
What do we know? Sin is Jet. Thus you have a link, a bond with Sin. That may be our key.
So, what do we do?
We think and we wait.
Two things I'm
We do
bad at.
post-game stuff. I was gonna say Unicam. Well, we did it, Sid. We committed the grandest heresy possible. We totally eliminated the pilgrimage as an option, period. Like, we did put an end to 1,000 years of a consistent a tradition in that sense. Good riddance. The world's going to be, like, highly disturbed by this fact. And Oren made the point earlier that, like, you know, a lot of people are going to suffer the pain of losing their faith. Aw, look, Sid, he broke. Yay! Now we can zip around on the airship as we please. How delightful. Okie dokie. Well, let's have words there, buddy.
Still thinking.
So much for the final Aeon solving everything.
We need to sit and think this through. There has to be a way.
We'll wait till you think of a plan. Get that noggin working.
Okay. Let's just talk to everybody.
Rush this and we'll lose everything. We need to plan carefully.
What's wrong with my phone? Something's wrong with my phone. What the heck? Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Kenny as Rin.
May I help you?
Ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary pals, I should say. Alright, let's sell a shitload of shit. You can sell basically everything that isn't a specific couple of weapons for Yuna. Let's see, I got a shittier lucid ring, we can get rid of that. Ooh, my tummy grumbled. So much garbage in the inventory, I swear. Ovation, that sounds nice. I don't care about SOS stuff. Cactar scope. Alright.
Thank you. Your patronage is very much appreciated.
Thank you, Rin. There we go. Now we got all kinds of inventory space. Alright, you know what? Let's check what items he's selling. Where's Owaka also? Missed that dude. We can buy remedies for days. I'll bed potions for days. We really don't need anything but a few remedies, though.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Rin. The sin I saw in the ruins was calm. Why is this? With this ship, revenge against the something of Yevon will be good. Didn't catch that last word.
I'm no good. At all.
What are you talking about?
All this time I've been thinking about how to defeat sin. But beyond the teachings of Yevon, I know nothing. I'm sorry.
Yuna, no apologies.
But...
Apology is running. Yuna never run away.
Thank you, Kamari.
So, Kamari, you got any good ideas?
Yevon's teachings.
The teachings won't help us fight sin.
No answer in the teachings. Answers lie outside. Must know both sides to find answer.
Both sides.
I'm sorry.
Micah knows much. Find
Oh my goodness.
him and make him talk.
That's it! Kamari, you rock!
It's pictures taken instantaneously. I am a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Please, everybody, get ready for an instant memory and type into the chat, please, Fuzzy Kamari. Did I spell his name right? Oh, there's two. I put the H in the wrong place. There we go. All right. It's the screen grab redemption, everybody. Get up on it. Fuzzy Kamari going once, or Fuzzy Pickles going twice, and we got it. Thank you so much for that, Eastern Samurai. And Kibble, how are you today? I feel like there's a lot of the line delivery that was directed with the idea of doing their best to match the lip sync, which of course is set to the original Japanese. And so as a result, you get a lot of like really fast phrasing, like Yuna's. I'm sorry. And you also get a lot of you knows to account for the O syllable happening quite a bit at the end of Japanese sentences. And you know, like, this was the, I know for a fact that this was the direction that they did with Advent Children. I remember watching an interview with the English voice cast talking about how interesting it was that they rewrote a lot of the dialogue to match the lip sync better. And as a result, we get the very famous and far more cringy than anything in FF10, in my opinion, Tifa uttering the phrase dilly-dally, shilly-shally at Cloud, admonishing him for being listless and directionless. Thank you so much for that, Eastern Samurai. If anybody's seen the English version of Advent Children and knows what I'm talking about, it's pretty funny how they did that. I think it's a mistake to try to write the English localization to match the Japanese lip sync. To me, that's madness. It's fine to have dubbed dialogue that doesn't quite match up, because it doesn't. It ends up not matching up very well anyway. I like shilly-shally, dilly-dally. Fair enough. But let's not pretend that that was a phrase in English before, before that scene. They made it up. Or at least that's a phrase I had literally never heard uttered by anybody on this earth before I saw that film in my late 20s, or mid-20s. What are we doing? Because the original dialogue in Japanese, I won't venture to pronounce the Japanese, it did have sort of a sound like dilly-dally, shilly-shally, but in Japanese and with slightly different consonants. But the actual English translation of the Japanese verbiage is drifting, I believe, which is completely different than... Let's see, post a photo of the ship in general. Oh, cool. Yeah, dilly-dally, shilly-shally is not a, at least if it is an English phrase that existed before the film, to dilly-dally is a phrase. Shilly-shally is a silly rhyme to go with it. And I guess they didn't want to say dilly-dally, dilly-dally? I don't know, like, but these are the problem, or not the problems, but the things that occur when you try to localize Japanese to English. You know, there's just a lot of stuff that you gotta either kind of make up, or you do something silly, like try to sync up with the lip sync, without making the animators reanimate the lip sync. I finally have figured out how it is that this ship is moved. Oh, good, cool. We left Sid in the ground cover. You guys be good. I'm gonna take off. Ludwig von Drake? Who's Ludwig von Drake? Oh, is that? Oh, that's right. They did it English first with FF16, and I believe that's the truth of the Souls games. At least some of them. I know that I'm pretty sure Bloodborne was written in English first. I could be wrong on that, but I've heard that at least one or two of the Souls games.
Hey guys, I just had a
was
great
written with
idea.
English first.
It was my idea. Let me tell them.
It's like this, yeah?
I just thought...
Just
The hymn's
slams
the
her.
key.
Ah!
Good one, Lulu.
The hymn?
Sir Jack likes the hymn of the faith, correct?
Oh yeah, he loves that shit.
Yeah.
That's why he was listening to it in Macalania.
Sin, violence incarnate, listening peacefully.
I know it's your old man, and I don't mean no disrespect, but...
No,
That's
it's
true. There's
fine.
really no lip sync
I've gotten used to it.
in Souls games.
Let me
They just
say
said
it.
fuck it. Which I think was a good decision.
If we attack Sin head-on, we've little chance of winning. However, if he hears the hymn of the faith, he will become docile.
Yeah, and that's when we make our move. Might be against the rules and all, but who's keeping track, yeah?
Ain't no more rules, Waka.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we just killed a demigod.
Yeah. Yeah. It's worth a try.
Yeah, and like, not doing lip sync at all works in Souls games, because in general, dialogue is very few and far between. In a game like this, you need the lip flaps. If everybody was just staring at each other stone-faced, and delivering dialogue, I don't think it would work. It would work if it was all in text, but yeah.
I got a good feeling about this.
Alright, so we're basically in endgame state,
It really was my
gang.
idea, you know.
Well, I guess it's all or nothing.
So of course what we're going to do is recruit Brother to our Blitzball team. We'll renew his contract if it comes to it. This guy has nothing to say. I have to warn you, thinking is not my forte. It's true. Brother flies the ship and he plays the blitzball.
My baby here'll take us anywhere we want.
Behold the world map. A full, like, 30 hours into the game. There's a couple things you could do. There are passcodes to enter that reveal secret locations. And there's also secret locations you could just kind of scan the map for and spam the X button until you find them. Other than that, you can go back to just about anywhere we have been. And let me look at my notes here. We got a couple of places to visit to flesh out the rest of our blitzball team. Oh no, I have not. We just got the airship. We just got the airship, Kibble. And yeah. So let's go ahead and hit the Moonflow for starters.
Yeehaw! Here we go!
The world map looks great in the HD version, not gonna lie. I wish she could zoom in and scope it out in more detail. Alright. Are we on the proper bank? Or are we gonna have to ride the Shupaf? Which is fine. I think we're on the wrong bank. Yeah, we're on the south bank. We need to go to the north bank. We're here to recruit a certain... We're here to recruit a certain Crusader to the team who, turns out is an excellent goalie. I feel kind of bad for benching the Aurochs, but their stats really are trash. And it takes a good while to boost them up. That being said, we did win the tournament first try, and 3-1. Now, you can't disembark from the airship on this bank, but you can certainly get back on it from this bank. Everyone's a better goalie than Keepa. Keepa was clutch, though. The Besaid Aurochs would have, the Luca Goers would have totally tied us if it wasn't for Keepa. He blocked 3 shots, I believe. Or no, he blocked 2 shots. And there she is. She's part of the team. So yeah, as you might have noticed, I'm preparing to get serious about Blitzball. And I think that might be an ongoing thing for quite a while. But I do think I'll go ahead and finish the game narrative before that. I think it'll just be fun to do an occasional Blitzball stream. Just, you know, I have plans for it. Bit of a production. Wow, he never blocked 2 shots in all your playthroughs put together. It's been hit and miss throughout all my playthroughs. I've maybe done the Blitzball game 5 or 6 times by now. And Keepa's been a 50-50 in terms of blockages for me. Like how Titus has to talk to Sid. He can't use the sphere oscillifinder himself.
Yeah!
Alright.
Here we go!
We got a pal who is at the Mihin High Road at the travel agency. Hopefully the ship drops us off at the oh, perfect. This is Rop, and he is free. Let's sign him. Oh wait, we have to release a player? Shit. Chasu. We're gonna have to release one more also. You're a free agent now, Jasu. It's forbidden Machina. Only Albed can use it. Tell that to Chapu. Jose. So we're gonna have a combination of Crusaders and Albed on the Aurochs going forward. We'll call him the Operation Mihin team. Too soon. Indeed. Oh man, wait a minute. Are we gonna have to walk all the way there? Shit. It'll be worth it since this is the end of the stream anyway. And all these enemies are trash garbage. Like, regular Blizzard should easily smoke this thing with her attack power and yeah, look, she's doing 3,700 with just the weakest elemental tier. Did we not get any experience for that? Did it literally say no experience for you? Or was it just so little that it went by so fast that I didn't notice? Oh man, what a glorious mechanic that was, right? It was so cool to beat an area and then, like, on your way out of it, have to, like, not face any opposition because A, the enemies are running from you, and B, you usually get the back attack, and so that gives you a free hit, and it's usually enough to just automatically win the battle for you, even without going into the whole battle sequence. And you would just collect the experience points for it. It was quite lovely. Between that and rolling HP, who cares if the inventory system is strict? And that's, oh, okay, yeah, we do get experience, it's just worthless. In my opinion, the inventory system in Earthbound does not suck, it is simply strict. That's my assessment. Alright, well, we gotta go. Well, that's why it's called Mushroom Rock. You can actually kind of see it from here. Rawr. 420.
Farewell.
216. That's nothing. Hi, Dumpy. Kitties. Dang.
That's
The
how
main
it's
benefit
done.
to getting the best weapons for everybody is the fact that just about all of them break the damage cap. And so you can do more than 9999 on a hit. Right now, the only thing that really can break the damage cap that we have right now is Bahamut's Mega Flare.
No time to waste. Let's go.
Everyone's so many thousands away from leveling. So I guess, yeah, we can find, what's his face, Clasco, the Chocobo Knight who decided to probably become a Chocobo breeder. Oops, I thought I was using Kimari. Oh, it's a... The knight was sitting there on the ground, I guess. Okay, now here's why we're here. Wait, who is it? Hey, you, hey! What? No traders allowed? Well, wait a minute. How am I supposed to recruit that one person, then? Is this you? Huh. That's weird. So should I have recruited that person way back when? Well, that was a waste of time then. Now we gotta, like, go all the way to a save sphere somewhere. Stinky doo-doo. That's true, right? Suppose I didn't get the destruction sphere on my first go. So, I'm not sure, maybe there's something else we can do to make it to where we can go back there, and then we can recruit the player I'm trying to recruit. Ambush. Ooh. Or can you dodge them? Nah, I don't think so. They were sticking on me. But that's okay. There's still tons to do. I'm gonna get to a save sphere, and I'm gonna call it good here, gang. Might as well stop now, because it would take less time, and it's not like I'm gonna benefit from these fights, really. Yeah, we'll get back on the airship. That'll be fine. Yeah, we pretty much outclassed everything. all the way to the damn moon flow.